This tutorial demonstrates how to use the selection tools, how to filter by location or condition, how to combine sets, and how to compute statistics. Use the selection tools to select features directly on the map. The tools will select features in the working layer chosen in the drop-down list on the standard toolbar. Use the Select by Pointing tool to select features one at a time. Simply click on the features you want to select. Maptitude adds the features to the selection set, highlights them on the map, and highlights them in any open data views. Click again with the Select by Pointing tool to deselect a feature. You can choose to compute a running total for a field of your choice. For example, you can have Maptitude keep track of the total sales for each customer as they're selected. This time I will use the Select by Rectangle tool to select several features at once. Simply click and drag on the map. Notice that 58 customers were selected and the total value of their sales was $595,000. You can also click in the selection set column of a data view to add or remove features. Clicking in this column will add features to the selection set, or if they are already selected, it will deselect them. Notice again that the features are also highlighted on the map and the selection toolbar updates the number of records and total sales value. Click the Clear Selection button to remove all features from the selection set. I'm going to click on the map now to make it the active window and use the Select by Radius tool to select all features within a particular radius. You can either click and drag on the map or click on the map and enter a radius. Again, notice the number of selected features and the total value of sales is displayed in the selection toolbar. You can also select features based on their proximity to other features. For example, you may want to find all the customers within 10 kilometers of one of the two warehouses. To do this, choose Selection, Select by Location. Choose the layer on which to base the selection, in this case it's the warehouse layer, and a location method and distance. Maptitude selects the customers and highlights them on the map and in the data view. You can also select features whose values meet a condition. For example, you could select the customers whose status is active or with a sales greater than $10,000. Choose Selection, Select by Condition, or click this button on the selection toolbar. Type a condition in the box here or use the condition builder. For example, let's find the customers whose status is active and whose sales exceed $10,000. And let's call this selection set High Volume. Maptitude filters the customers that meet the condition and highlights them in a new selection set on the map and in the data view. Notice the legend now lists the high volume selection set. You can copy, combine, intersect, and transpose your selection sets. Choose Selection, Combine Selection. Choose a method in the By drop-down list. For example, let's find features that are in both my selection set of customers within 10 kilometers and my high volume selection set. Again, Maptitude creates a new selection set, this time with the features that are in both of the other two. You can control which sets to display on the map. Click the Selection Settings button to display the Selection Sets dialog box where you can manage all of the selection sets in a map. You can change the style of the selection set, the labels used on the selection set, the auto-scale settings, and you can also turn on and off selection sets with the status button. For example, by changing the status of the layer in the first two selection sets to invisible, only the combined selection set will be visible on the map. Note, you can also change the style, label, and visibility settings with the Display Manager. As you can see, the selection and high volume sets are currently off as indicated by the red X symbol. Similarly, you can choose a selection set to display in a data view. When the data view is the active window, the drop-down list on the standard toolbar lists all of the selection sets in the layer. Choose the selection set that you want to see, and it will only be listed in the data view. The status bar at the bottom shows that there are 184 records in this selection set. Click the Compute Statistics button to have Maptitude calculate summary statistics about the features displayed in the data view. Again, you can see that there are 184 customers in this set whose total sales equal $2.8 million for an average of $15,314 per customer. By computing statistics for different sets, you can compare different groups of customers. Maptitude has some additional tools to help you when selecting features with the selection tools. Let's take a look at these other options. First, I'm going to hide the customer and warehouse layers and display the postal areas. Now I'm going to click the Options button, where you can see that there are several methods for selecting features. When using the Area, Rectangle, and Shape tools, you can choose whether to select areas that are entirely or partially within the area you define. For example, when using the Enclosed option, only postal areas that are entirely within a shape I draw will be added to the selection set. You can also choose whether to allow features to be in more than one set. For example, choose this option to remove features from any other sets when you're creating a new one. Now if I create a new selection set that includes some of the features that are already selected, they will be removed from the first set. So first I'll add a new set, and this time I'll select some features using the Select by Shape tool. Notice I'm including some features that are already in the other set. Those features are now in the new selection set and no longer in the original selection set. Alternatively, I can exclude features that are already selected. Now if I add records to this new set, none of the already selected features is in the new set. Finally, you can change the way selection sets appear on a map. You can either use the Display Manager or click this button to change the selection set style. And that wraps up this tutorial on selection sets.